So it was like 4:15. I'm about to eat food because I didn't eat lunch at all today. We had like a lab in my physics class, and I had to we had to finish it up during lunch because we didn't finish it during the class period. So, and then I also had like an orchestra rehearsal after school, so I had to go to that. I was doing some homework and stuff after that. But yeah, now I'm gonna eat, and then I'm probably gonna cube after that. I don't have anything else I have to do today, so I'll have a lot of time to cube. I could have done so much better. So 16 with parity on Camden. So I was just doing some cubing a little while ago, and I'm going home. You probably just saw like a 16 flat square one single with parity. So yeah, it's a pretty nice single for with parity. Probably could have been a 13 without all those lockups. It was really locky. Luckily the parity wasn't locky, but like the rest of the saw was really locky. At least like the first half of it. So it probably could have been quite a bit better, but still that's pretty nice single for with parity. I think probably my best single in competition with parity is probably like a 21, but at home I don't in the near future, I mean in the near past, I haven't gotten anything better than a 15 or 16, I don't think. But yeah, I was also doing some 3x3, and that average of 50 I was talking about yesterday ended up being 910. So yeah, and I tried to roll it and I didn't get any better. I just tied it again. So yeah, like the rest of the saws in the average were pretty normal, so it just didn't really get as good as I hoped it to be. But yeah. I just was doing some feet saws, and I broke my PB mean of 3. I haven't done feet in many months, but yeah, I got a 134.49 mean of 3. So yeah, that's probably also PB average of 5 is 135.49. Should be also PB average of 5. Oh wait, no, my mean of 3 is 133.83. I was looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. I think they're both PB. Now I got a 119.25 full step with a G perm, and my PB is 116. So yeah, that probably could have been PB if it was a PLL skip. So yeah, or an easy PLL. My PB is now average of 12 is now 132, sub my previous mean of 3 by like 5 seconds. And average of 5 is 127, and mean of 3 is 126, and single is 115.96, which was full step. I got no skips in any of these solves. So yeah, I looked on the timer and I was at 102 when I got to the T-perm, and I was lucky enough not to lock up at all and get a 13-second T-perm, which usually on PLL I tend to lock up. But yeah, the last 3 F2L pairs were really easy. Like they set up right, they were all like 3-move. Oh, I set up the second one for a 3-move insert, and then the third and fourth were both 3-move inserts. Then I got like a fat anti-soon, I think, into a T-perm. So yeah. First time doing pyraminx in quite a while, and it's good to know that I haven't really gotten any slower, as the first 19 sols I did 386 average of 12, 371 average of 5, 176 single, and I only averaged a sub 4.5. So yeah, and these scrambles weren't even there weren't too easy scrambles. I mean, in the last few sols there were, but at the beginning there really wasn't. So yeah. It is 2:13, and I'm practicing some 3x3, but something that's really insane is that Tommy, who's at a competition right now, got an 867 3x3 average and a 623 single with a counting 7, and a square one average that was 1180, but he said 2 of the solves were, one was a 12 and one was a 13. Those could have both been 6s because he messed up on one and did parity twice, and another one he did something really weird as well. So they could have both been 6s, and that would have given him world record average or really close to it, or at least like really close to that, sub 9 at least, because counting 9, 9, and 6. So and he also just messaged me that he has a guaranteed sub 35 4x4 average, which I think is probably his overall PB. Yes! Yes! Sub 30 on cam. Yes! Saw my 4x4 single that I got. It was really cool. And
my points. Okay. Every last one.
So I was just did 5 clock solves. That's all the cubing I've done today. It was the average of 5 was 10 flat. Counting solves like high 10, low 10, high 8. So yeah. Competitions going on today, and yeah, Tommy Cherry was talking about yesterday. He got the state record 6x6 mean by 2 seconds, and he beat the clock state record average by almost 3 seconds from 1075 to 798, which I expected him to get at least a sub 9 average probably first 2 rounds, because I thought he was averaging around there, I think. But I remember at like the last comp they had clock, which was Windsor. He failed really badly, and so did I, and so did Jason Fraxator. So all the people that were from Florida failed badly, but he was a little faster than Jason at that point as well, and he's improved a lot since then as well. I think he was like barely sub 10 at that point or something. So yeah, it's pretty cool, sub 8 average. So yeah, I have to go to FSYO now, but I was just doing some cube solves, and the mean of 25 was 4.23, I think. The first solve of the session was 184. It was a 7 move layer, which I know isn't optimal, into a skip, but it took me a little bit to recognize a skip. That's why the TPS was so low. But yeah, and I have to go now, but at least I haven't lost my speed on Skewed. 22.222 on score 1. I'm done with FSYO, but yeah, I have to eat somewhere. I've been doing some score 1. I did 20 solves. My best average of 5 is 19. My best average of 12 is 21. So I was just, I was doing a bunch of square 1 earlier, and I ended up getting a PB average of 50 of 20.68. It's my first average of 50 in quite a while, but it's PB by quite a bit. And I also got a 10.08 PB single. It was a EP skip into a double H perm for EP, and then I just had to flip the middle slice. So like slice E2, I guess, slice. And I was also doing 3x3. I did like 70 solves, and my best average of 50 was 907, and my best single I think was 648, and it was like full step. My best average of 5 was 813, I think, and I had a 860, I think, average of 12. So yeah, not anything too good. The average of 50 is pretty good. It's not PB, which is 891, but hopefully I can beat that sometime in the near future. But I was being pretty consistent on 3x3. I got no solves slower than 11 seconds and none faster than 6, and most of my solves centered around 8, 9, 10, so yeah. Yeah. My best average on camera. That could have been sub 8 so easily. almost forgot to vlog, but I have some footage from like 3x3 solves and square 1 solves and stuff. I could have easily had a sub 8 average on cam on 3x3, but I messed it up because I got nervous because my solves were 7, 10, 7. And then on the next solve I got a 9.7 because I locked up a 10, and then got 8.4 locking up a 10 as well. It could have been sub 8, but it's all good. I'll eventually get it. This attempt was a lot faster than it looks because my thing turned off when I was in the middle when I finished, so I did put my password 4 times because I had caps lock. I was probably like 14 minutes and 0 something. And as you can see, I'm not that far off. I'm only 3 corners on this one. I don't know what I did wrong this one. I was pretty sure about my edge memo, but I don't know. And I was really sure about my corner edge memo. This is the one I spent a lot of time on. This is the one I spent a little bit of time on. And yeah, I was really sure about this one. I have no idea what I did wrong. Maybe I had an execution error. This cube is a little floppy, but yeah. It's my second multiply exempt in 0 out of 2. I probably didn't show this, but like an hour ago or so, I got this 0 out of 2, my second attempt on multi-blind, and almost 3 corners off, and almost 5 edges and 7 corners off. I think I made an execution error in this because I was really sure about the memo, so I don't think it could be this far off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This one's pretty close, so yeah. Maybe I'll get a success another time. I've been working on a ton of physics practice problems for my like midway semester exam. It's 50 multiple choice questions just like the AP exam, and I ended up getting only 35 out of 50 because I made a ton of like little tiny mistakes where I didn't read specific parts in the question. Like maybe it was 2 springs like this and I didn't realize that there's 2 springs, or it was like one thing that they asked that I didn't realize, or it said newtons and it didn't say kilograms, and I just didn't realize and made stupid mistakes like that. I probably could have been probably at least 40 out of 50. In the way that my teacher does it, he curves it like similar to like AP exam stuff. So like if it was 35 out of 50, it'd be square root of 35 over square root of 50, which made it being an 83 instead of what would be instead of a 70. So then like a 40 out of 50 would end up being an 89. So yeah, then I have to do this final exam in my online freshman comp class. But the thing is that they just give you like a file, so it's not like a thing you have to go into, or you don't have to go anywhere to take it. You just get a file so you can look all the answers and write them down. So that's should be pretty simple, and I think that's all I have to do. So I finished my freshman composition, freshman comp 1 assignments and stuff. I'm done with everything I have to do in that class and my other class. So I did this AP environmental science extra credit thing. My mom had to help with the hot glue because she didn't want me using it, but yeah, I mean, because I've never used it before, she's used it a ton. So yeah, it has to be all from like recycled stuff. So this is all recycled stuff. I even put like stuff from hand warmers, just poured it in there. I don't know. So yeah, and it shows everything on it. See? By the way, it's supposed to be an ornament. I used paperclip too because I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I didn't get anything too good on cam besides the 697 full step. I got some other stuff, but nothing good enough to like post or show, you know.